Yo, people, it's your boy Crash. I've taken over the show, taken over the YouTube. It's mine. No, I'm joking. It's 9 o'clock on a Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. Premier battles where winning matters. Me, I'm taking over today, and Lorne is going to be the co-host position. He said I've had it too easy since I've been here. So, Lorne, come say what I go on to the people, my boy.
First Bobby and now Crash taking my goddamn job. What's good, Crash?
I
What's
always
good?
had it. I just like to lay low, innit? I just can't show them I always got it.
I love it. It's good. How we doing? How we feeling?
I'm all right, bro. I'm cool. It's Monday. Been gym, been work. Is all right. Still here. Now we're doing the Monday business. How are you, my boy?
Full of cold. Picked a hell of a day to palm off my hosting duties to a far superior upgrade. Looking forward to kind of going through the weeds on this one, but obviously we're at your disposal. So you press on, my friend. And also, just one other quick caveat: as producer of this show, all of the battlers have had Zoom details sent to them. Maybe we'll have some surprise guests along the way. Maybe we won't. We'll have to wait and see. So you're just gonna have to stay tuned throughout the course of the episode and see what happens, I guess.
I'm just gonna get my phone up for the YouTube comments, try and get my professional on. But yeah, man, like we said the other day though, when we said about me taking charge, it's a good one. I'm glad yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Yesterday I watched and I said, yes, yes. Like, I can feel the power. Like, this is why I'm here, bro. But all right, let's go overall. Oh, just a brief overall. We'll go more into the future. But how you finding our episodes, my dog? Round 4 of the tournament. It's the last one. How did you find that? Because you're going to be nicer than I am. Maybe.
It's been said to me that this was a developmentally oriented episode. It was a developmentally oriented episode, and there is an understanding that has to be struck between us, the viewers, and Prem. However, our eyes saw what we saw, and our ears heard what they heard, and so it was certainly rough at times, but we got through it, and I think there are still some positives to take from what happened. Far more keen case in point from a battler's perspective. Obviously, you're gonna take us through the weeds on this one, but like I say, I see some green shoots, irrespective of what I think the general consensus will be. Dojo's in the house and Caveman's in the house. What's good, guys?
Shout out Caveman, shout out Dojo. I was waiting for you to finish. Remember, backseat, you answer my questions, bro. Today, backseat, I got it. I was letting you finish. I was going to shout out Cave. I was going to shout out... Well, you carry on. No, carry. I'm having too much fun. Power. I'm hungry. I'm gone.
No,
Let's
it's great. I mean, that's my... I think it's a show where we see the final vestiges of the original shoot from this round, and we've seen some green shoots from some guys who maybe didn't have any expectations or had low expectations coming in. There are some things that we can pick the bones of, but I think it was certainly rough at times.
What's mad to me is usually, again, from my orthodox battle rap stance, when battles drop, it's usually the best battle drops first. The main event drops first. And that's usually the talks about. And sometimes, I guess, a lower card, if it was the best battle of the night, can get dropped first. But here, what Prem have done is they started on a kind of low. Then we've kind of peaked. And then we just got the arse end last episode of the last round. It felt like we didn't really want to have to drop that. But I guess rules is rules. Some people are okay. We have to drop that. Wasn't impressed with the battlers at all. Wasn't impressed with that. But we can get into that. Should we go with the first battle?
Let's go with the first battle, man.
Let's go with the first battle. We have my boy Enigma Da Prophet. And we had the man Jimbob Gnarly. So, interviews, right? Interviews were cool for me because Enigma, very comfortable, very calm, very self-aware, and it was quite funny. His character was coming through. Jimbob, on the other hand, was saying a lot of stuff that feels like you're meant to say in an interview, if that makes sense. And it was like a very default chat GBT AI answer, and I didn't like it. And it was very, even when he was like the bit I didn't like when it showed weakness, which I don't want to see in a tournament anymore. I want to see everyone being nasty. Was he said, I'm gonna tell some people about themselves. And that was the part where you cut to the promo. You cut to you get clipped now, and you gotta go and do all these little adventures. Like Frost, you lost, buddy. I'm gonna tell you about you. Bowski, stick to the comedy, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Kick Nelly. Let me tell you, fuck Kick Nelly. How it felt like missed promo, and like a lot of the interviews this week, meaty interviews, but I'm guessing everyone's got to get one type shit. Everyone's got to get the interview. Do you know what I mean? To be fair is fair, but not everyone's using it to the best of their advantage.
I think the interesting thing to point out would be the. My understanding is that the production of this was that they were figuring things out on the fly. So a couple of the battlers, without naming names, have told me like they would be prepping for an interview, and then they'd see a guy cut, like Kingsley is the example of like he cut a promo and he had the guys off camera laughing, right? And everyone or the people that are in the room are kind of going, is that, that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be cutting a promo. And it is that thing where I think on the first round of these, there some of them have got the yips, so it's a bit like, I'm not quite sure what I should and shouldn't be saying. Jimbob's interview, for instance, I remember him trying to be like, Trubs was like, no, come on, man, this is the tournament.
Yeah,
it's where it matters. Like, come on,
bro.
say some stuff, like, because he's encouraging the narrative, he's encouraging the rivalry of it, and Jimbob is like, I'm not quite sure, and I think he gave a little, but not a lot, and it's that, I think a lot of these interviews, good or bad, on the second run of recordings, you're gonna see an uptick on a lot of them, because not only will have they learn, but I think the production, the guys behind the camera will have learned a thing or two, and it'll go from there. But you're certainly right. Of the two the two that interviewed, Enigma Da Prophet was clearly more embracing of the look. This is a promo. I'm gonna talk my talk. I'm gonna put my character out there, a little bit of confident swagger. Later illustrated with the Lionel Richie-esque promo photo shoot, which everyone loved.
I gave it to Enigma for that pause, but like I said to like he was like, yeah, nah, you got me. They make classics though. Everyone's been a classic, and I said fair play. So Dojo, let me just highlight some comments. Dojo says a gripe of mine as a battler when the tournament was announced was that it felt like people judged the whole tourney off of the development groups, along with people forgetting what development is. I hear that. Part 2, 4, and that they can only take who actually applies. I hear that. On top of that, I cannot implore people enough to continue watching, because after the group stages, everything goes up and up. But I think you hit it right on the head there, my boy. Like, I get it. And like, to be fair, I might be a bit nasty to some of the battlers today. But at the end of the day, they're only getting a yellow card because it's only been fair that every other episode I've given people the leeway space of it's still new to them. Do you know what I mean? The format's still new. But next week, round 2, that shouldn't be a thing now. You've been in the pit, you know how it goes. It's one-on-one now. I want to see rivalries. I want to see shit chatting. I want to see, man. I think I worked out that you're not allowed to barge in it, but like get close. Like if Dojo can sling an arm around, like, do you know what I mean? Like, keep it friendly, but keep it tense. Like, give us something to watch. Caveman says my interview was elite. Cosign. I can't wait for the other Caveman interviews to come up, and also big up the tune on the intermission. Caveman, very fire. Caveman is a guy and a battler who I believe takes all the opportunities he gets and throws his mixtape at people, which is a good thing. Promo with the pen game, like he does whatever he wants. I know he gets gigs a lot. I think he does voluntary work, school teacher. Shout out my man. He takes full advantage. 72 haircuts in one battle though. Too much, bro. Not letting it go. Not letting it go. That's it from the comments right now. Right now. Oh, wait there. Right. So, Crash, critique away. Cool. Let's go. So, Enigma, round one. Am I correct?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, I didn't take too many notes from this battle, sadly. I think a lot of it... I think both guys were lacking in that... It felt like a tournament-esque battle. Like either of these guys wouldn't have picked each other to battle in any other circumstances, and both felt like they were a little bit trying to get to grips with the format, but then also looking at an opponent that they were thinking like, right, how do I actually go at this guy? Both of them had individual moments, I think, but certainly round one, Jimbob just seemed to really struggle to get into a groove, and Enigma, just throughout the battle, was much more confident, much more polished. I mean, they're talking, going into the interview process was him going away and coming back and having done the reps and worked to improve. And everyone, the comment section and afterwards seemed to point on that fact that, yeah, Enigma's come back and he is a marked improvement on his last battle.
I think he set a good standard for that. And when you say, I think one of his bars were, you can't get through 60-second rounds, and then Jimbob in the next round then gets to 30 seconds. I clocked the time, 30 seconds. It just hits a bit more. Enigma did go 16 seconds over, I will say, but it is what it is at this point, I'm guessing. I hope during the tournament we get a bit tighter with time. And after seeing the whole first round, I'm not shy to say that I don't care if Bobby calls time on 60 seconds on the dot now, and you're halfway. Do you know what I mean? I don't care now. I want to see it get serious, and I feel like there should be punishment for going over. Otherwise, the point of the clock.
No, I'm inclined to agree. I think the thing that I took away from this episode in general, we'll touch on them individually, I'm sure, but the stumbles and chokes, right? That's one element of battle rap that can be. It's a source of jeopardy, right? It's like this is how, oh no, he's struggling. Oh no. And it's like, right, that's drama, right? In this tournament, you've got another opportunity for that, which is if a guy's just a little bit too into his stuff or he's not getting it out clean and they call time and he's like, oh, fuck, there was a real cool bit at the end. It's like, mate, get your stuff out.
I think especially when it's like a Bobby or something as well, they know there might be a little pocket left, like let him get it out, right? Okay, but now you're going to start another 4. But like, I feel like if it was someone that's not a battle rapper and was just there for timekeeping, bam, that's you. Sorry, bro. 60 seconds. I don't give a fuck.
Absolutely, man. And I think in
I'm
this
just
battle,
here to time.
It was like, it was, again, both guys, again, looked like they were filling it rather than like, oh man, I've got another thing. And it just meant that when they had, or again, Jimbob, I think it's fair to say, had the tougher time in this battle getting any traction on the road, seemed to struggle a little bit more with the lack of reaction in the room, be that instructed by the Prem staff or just lack of reaction because his stuff didn't land in the way he wanted it to. But it got me thinking, like, Pagan's in the house, obviously. What's good, Pagan?
That's what that was for.
Yeah,
bro, I was going to do it.
I call it when I see it. I call it when I see it, man. But like, what it got me thinking about was some of the guys in this, it might hopefully make them think about their presentation. Like Jimbob, for instance, is someone that strikes me as he's got a little something. He's in a band, he's used to live performance, but in a battle rap context, sometimes he struggles to put his wheels on the road a little bit. And he has moments that are good, but he might be better in a 2-on-2. He might be better as someone as a personality within battle rap because he's got enough now, so he's done the battles, but he doesn't quite get into a run. He doesn't quite build up enough momentum in order to start laying haymakers and getting the crowd invested. He gets visibly frustrated on stage as well, which it's not good to see. But there's something there. And again, it's that thing of, right, as a singles battler, are you best utilized? Maybe, maybe not. And I think maybe for him, the thing I would say is consider a 2-on-2, because I think what that can do is help hide some of those deficiencies. It can help build momentum. You can feed off the charisma of another guy or the technicality of another guy. But put up against someone like Enigma, who went into this he just seemed to ooze confidence, machismo, and that thing of, look, mate, you know, I mean, the only bar that I remember from Jimbob that really stands out to me is "You're a waste of my Sunday," which, ironically enough, is that thing of he finally got there in the last round. I think in the last round, it's that thing of finally he's building a bit of traction.
Yeah.
But it's too late. He's already 2-0 down by that round. So if you want to award it to him, okay, but it's still 2-1 loss. What are your thoughts?
No, I agree exactly. And you know what? I'm glad you said that because a few of the battles today, yesterday, felt like that. Like like a lot of them had trash performances, but by the third round, if 3 rounds of their third round, it wouldn't have been such a long day yesterday. Which for a short event, it felt like a long day, man. But yeah, like Enigma's second round, the dog shit. That was quite funny. And for 60-second rounds, I feel like it worked for him. Do you know what I mean? He did the dog thing, then he did a little boasting thing, then he went back and finished it with the dog thing. It was fucking hilarious. The never-ending story bar was probably my standout from that round. I don't need to say you're trash. It's implied. Like that's a petty level of I enjoy. And then like, oh man, Jimbob's second round, man, it felt like it took 60 seconds to tell one joke that I don't feel like it was funny, but due to the fact that you put all this effort in, we'll give you a little snigger and a laugh. Like it just felt completely short for the whole round, dead. But yeah, Jimbob. I think Jimbob has done a 2-on-2. I don't know. Crash the old battler would have said he trash, and I'm not being wrong. Like I'm not wrong from this showing. It was ass.
And like I say, I think Dojo in the you wanna take this one, Dojo's in the comments with little snippet on that by the looks of things. Dojo's are third in this. Dojo, why don't you just get the Zoom deets and hop on and I'll just go on mute. And you and Crash
Donald
can
Trump
help this
in
shit.
What was I doing? Was I Donald Trump in this shit? Like,
well, before we go any further,
this guy, bro. Yo, put me on mute, G.
Damn, there's too many screens, bro. What's good? What's good, Crashy man? What's good?
We got a special guest today on my show. See, yo, Lorne, I'm gonna take it. Enigma, my boy, welcome to the show.
What's good, man? How are you, bro?
I'm good, my brother. How are you?
Yeah, man, I'm blessed, bro. Eternally blessed.
That first, elephant in the room, my boy. Why'd you pick that photo?
Oh, I love that shit, man. I love that shit. You know, Rick said do some poses, bro. That wasn't even the wildest one. That might have been the most normal one that they picked, to be honest. There's some shit on there. Yeah, there's gonna be many more to come, I'm sure.
This guy, bro. Come on, talk to me, bro. We're talking about your battle. Go on, we can pause. We only got to the second round. How did you feel this battle went, bro?
Oh, it was easy, man. I was expecting Jimbob to be better, and yeah, do you know what? It's hard, man, because in real life, Jimbob's such a nice guy, bro. But when it comes to battling, bro, it's just not hitting the way it needs to hit.
I feel like you knew this was a light day, bro. This was a light day, bro.
It was a light day, bro.
It was a light day, bro.
Yeah, the material was light. Everything was light. The prep was a lot better for it, but the prep was still light. But it was enough. It's hard for me, man. Unless I get somebody who I'm genuinely scared of, like if I'm booked for something and I genuinely think, nah, do you know what, I might get smoked here. That's really when it starts to come out. But when I don't have that, it's hard for me to sit and lock, as you probably know, Crash, man. I'm sure.
I know, my boy. You've been here for a while now, so I've asked every battler that's come on the show as well. You've done long rounds. Do you know what I mean? You're a URL done. You know how it goes. 1 minute rounds. What are they? How are you feeling about them, my boy? Because that can't be easy.
60 seconds is kind of hard to adjust when you're writing, I'd say, because I probably wrote about 6 rounds worth of material. So it's hard to kind of adjust and then decide which ones you want to go for, especially when everything's just kind of light. It's like, what am I gonna say here?
Best.
But it wasn't too bad, man. I come from like grime battling, man. So even before I did acapella, I did like quite a few grime battles. So on grime, this quick cut rounds is more suited. So I guess I'm already like kind of well prepared for that.
But we've seen the grime guys in this episode Seven waves. We'll talk about that. We'll get that. Let's get through
We'll
your
get there.
battle first.
We'll
talk
get
about
there.
that
We'll
later.
get there.
Stay here for the long shit. We'll talk about that, man. So, okay, right, Jimbob Gnarly, right? How do you see the rest? I don't know what you know. I don't know what you don't know, right? What do you feel like after that battle he has to do to have a foot in the race, bro? Because your bar was you struggle with 60-second rhymes anyway. And then 30 seconds into this, bro, you've just damaged his character now, bro. He's the 30 seconds guy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Facts. Honestly, for Jim, the only advice I can give him, he needs his name. Not even in the sense physically, like mentally, I don't feel like Jim gives me I wrote this last night vibes. I need to, I honestly think it's a prep thing, bro. It has to be either a skill issue or a prep issue. If it's a skill issue, he needs to get like a mentor or something. He needs to speak to some of the vets. He needs to sort something out. If it's a prep issue, he just needs to lock in some more. But whichever issue it is, he can fix it. But yeah, he has two more battles left in the group stages, man. So we'll see. We'll see exactly where Jimbob takes it.
And after your last battle, how do you feel like you need to improve? Because you got away with it, but you ain't get away with it, bro. You knows I know as well. And you knows I know you're a killer.
Facts.
So why are you not killing like rudely? I want rudeness, bro.
It's yeah. Honestly, the rest of the group stage is great, man. Not just from myself, but you'll probably see pretty much every single person gets better as it goes on. I can't actually think of anyone that gets worse. Like pretty much everyone either stays at the level or they improve in it. As the tournament gets deeper and deeper into the trenches. So yeah, man, expect that from the next round and the round after that, and then who knows who got through? Who knows? Even I don't know who got through, man. Come on, Briggsy.
Okay, I like it. That's cold though. Cold. What I did notice, yeah, and I put it in my notes and I forgot to say it, and I'm glad you're here because I said it to your face. You know I don't give a fuck. I feel like, yeah, you see Spirit. I feel like Spirit is a threat, yeah. But what I like, because I know the rap you like, we like similar shit, innit? So like, but you're in a competition with him. But what I liked is you kept slide digging him though, like, yeah, he's just had like one battle and like shit. But I know, but had you seen him battle at that point or not?
Yeah, man. But
Yeah,
when I did that interview,
I don't want to
I've
hot you up
seen
like that,
every
but like,
piece of material he ever did, bro. Every Spaces battle, every live thing, everything, bro. Everything.
Like
I did my investigations.
Well, he was cold, but like, okay, so you said in your interview as well, you're going to the final.
Yeah, 100%.
Realistically, give me about, I'd say one, but give me three names that you could see in the final with you there.
Three names I could see in the final.
From your opinion, yeah, from your opinion.
Enigma,
Honestly,
right?
Battle rappers, you know these battle rappers, man. You know these battle rappers.
That's where I saw that was going right from the jump.
I knew what I was gonna do. I was letting the suspense build as well, just to come through with it, man. No, on a serious one, I don't know if I can even give you just three, because there's a lot of people in the tournament that are actually genuinely very dangerous. Out of them all, three. Pagan, one. Hamel, two. And three is either Crow, Gasbuff, or De Burke. All of them are at three. And that order can be anyway. That's not in like a particular order, by the way, to get there's not like power rankings or anything. But yeah, those six are the dangerous ones, I'd say, that are, from what I've seen of them, in the first battle of the group stage at least, those are the ones that are the most dangerous.
What do you say to the critics that
three people?
What do you say to the critics that think that your vape pen is an affront to all things technological and otherwise? Because people in the comment section they are not letting that vape pen go, my friend. You got to answer them now. Cut promo on these people.
What are they saying about my vape pen, bro?
Wait, I haven't seen it. Let me see the vape pen. Let's see the vape pen.
Wait, let me turn this.
Bro, what is that?
It's a fucking taser attached with a vape pen on the end.
Taser, bro.
Fucking hell.
I said you got the cod pack. Dry. That's actually facts. It's got the water attachment and everything, bro. This is a piece of equipment. Now, man, I'm a connoisseur, man. I think that's
you can't walk through airport with that, G.
No, especially what's inside it, bro.
I saw Samuel Jackson talking on that thing in Jurassic Park, my friend. Look at the size of that thing. It's fucking huge.
Man said I need to call in the squadron. 10-4. Did you catch that?
Man said it's a kill streak. Yeah, it's a kill streak.
It's a kill streak. Man said it's a dude.
Man said that come with 2 perks and a throwing knife. Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah, somebody's doing around on this vape pen, man. I know it. I know it's gonna happen. I can't wait.
But fair play. I gave Pagan his flowers last week for the dirty 30s, so I'm gonna give you your flowers. It's only right. Big up the dirty 30s, my boy. And
sure.
But I want to see nastier 30s, bro.
100%. And honestly, man, you will. You from everybody, you're gonna see some you're gonna see some stuff, man. You're gonna see some stuff. First week's been good. Been a good start. It takes a little adjustment. I think a lot of people have been adjusting, really, man, because not everyone's as adaptable. So
no, I've said that from the start, bro. I'm giving everyone round 1 to get adjusted with the new time limits, because like the vets like Hulk, Kingsley, they're used to long rounds, but they can adapt. They've adapted quite well. The newbies, they're still getting to grips with it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like battle rap. Do you know what I mean? Something like we've got like, not Spirit, what's his name? Beyond.
Yeah.
Like he's struggling with just the battle rap concept, which is the next battle. Has that led into my next battle? Bro, I'm smashing this hosting thing. That leads on to the next battle. Stick around, Enigma. Your part of the interview is done, but chime in when needed, bro. All right, what we saying? We've got Beyond versus the boy 7 Wave, the Grime MC.
I do have a quick question before we move on, if that's okay, sir, because this is not my show anymore.
Go on, make it quick. No.
Oh, thank you so much. Just kind of, Dojo left a comment earlier, and it's kind of one of the things that he's throwing me under the bus to a certain degree, but it's something I want to put to you in the tournament, which is I judged the McCoy battle in McCoy's favour, and the reason I did that is because it was my feeling that McCoy at least did something that I like seeing in battle rap, which is I'm talking about my opponent. Now, I understand in the context of the tournament, short notice, lack of researchability on some of these guys because they just don't have a lot of material out there to be able to base your material off of. How much emphasis do you put on just writing cool shit that sounds cool, that you really feel, versus, right, I'm going to go after my opponent? Because in the battle we just watched with you, it felt like the second round you hit on an angle that you really wanted to emphasize for maximum effect because you could point to it, make it absurd, have a lot of fun with it. And then you had to intersperse it with other stuff that's just you showing off, you doing. How are you balancing that for the tournament, given that you are facing guys that, again, you're like, right, I gotta fucking give me a minute. Okay, right. And like you've got to find 3 minutes of material for somewhere. How are you balancing that?
Honestly, I think that being able to write cool shit and do cool shit will always be amazing in an actual battle. As soon as it gets to a tournament, though, I feel like it's judged on a level where being direct is number 1. So say if somebody writes 3 rounds of some of the best material you'll ever heard, but it isn't very particularly direct, but then you have somebody who's going at someone direct for 3 rounds, but the material's not even that great. In my opinion, the person who's being direct should take the battle in a tournament setting, whereas in a normal battle you can say the other person won if you'd like to, because the criteria isn't as harsh to be judged by. So I think for tournament wise it really should be kept as super direct. I was just really struggling to do that for Jimbob because I didn't give a fuck.
Right, little vape break here. Okay, we've got some bangers in the comments.
Oh yeah, man. Let's see what vape
First of
comments we
all,
got,
yeah,
man.
we got K Dojo. Sorry, this one killed me. And no, sorry, it was Caveman, and it was Enigma, aka 7VXPE, like 7 wave but 7 vape. That was a
Seven
stinger.
vape is amazing.
Pagan, Enigma the Prophet, repping Vape Nation. I felt rude because you man were talking. I was laughing at this shit. And then we got Crow. My guy looks like he's doing a breathalyzer when he vapes.
Yeah, that was Crow had one before. Crow said, I need Enigma's vape to do a pre-battle interview next time, bro. What they playing at?
Oh my god, that's a 2-on-2 partner. That is, bro.
That's a 2-on-2
Right.
partner. Enigma and his vape, bro.
Vape break over. Going back to what you were just talking about, both of you, do you feel like this is why Mav tried to give the battle to Beyond? Because in essence, I guess what Beyond struggled with, I feel like he prepped a bit too much, right? And what happened was when 7 Wave spoke, it kind of snapped him out of rhythm, and I saw then he lost momentum. But then it could also be from not, I don't know, inexperience, and like the way 7 Wave acting wasn't very battle rap etiquette, but it could happen. Do you know what I'm saying?
It can happen. Not only that, it's in grime battling. It's a very different world. So I don't think Seven's
No,
ever done
I
that
know. Yeah.
before. But if someone's choking in a grime battle, bro, there is no etiquette. There isn't.
No,
Let's
there
be
isn't, bro.
nice.
There isn't, bro.
Bro, if someone's choking in a grime battle, is bro, what are you doing?
Yo, yeah, bro, it's
Everyone's cussing you out,
disrespectful.
and you got to
So
deal with that.
I did give him leeway for that. As someone who's come up in grime as well, I get it in it. But I will say to 7 Wave is like, I hope he sees this isn't grime, and it looked bad on camera in it. It didn't
did.
look the same. But when you're on a grime one and it's a reload or someone's choking and you're doing that, it looks hype because man are grabbing you like, yo, but it wasn't that in it.
Yeah,
So like,
that. I think he has to learn that though. A transition. I have to give him a blight for a transitionary period of learning that a cappella is a lot more of a. It's a lot more polite, to be honest, which is good.
in its respected form, yeah, it is good. But like, you can tell the 7 Wave isn't really into UK battle rap, the whole shebang. Do you know what I'm saying? What have we got? We're going to the comments, Lorne? What are we doing?
No, sorry. Battle rap's more polite. You spent a round accusing him of bestiality. Like, that's so polite. What's polite
Yeah, but
about
then he let
that?
him rap. He let him say his piece. It's just Jimbob had nothing to say back.
Yeah, like, he had his chance, Lord. He had his chance. He went.
Go to the bus stop tomorrow and start a conversation where you look like the sort of person that, hey, listen, I'm just being polite. Like, what's your problem? I don't get what your problem is. Fucking hell.
Our in between sections are so like it's so professional, man. Like, bro, grind battles are like the antithesis of professionalism, man. It's like the exact opposite. It's like they go out of their way to be the opposite of professionalism.
Yeah, that's when you're getting away with it. It's a grand battle, man. What can you say, bro? What did you want? Energy. I will say 7 Wave though. His first round definitely written on beat. There's no way it wasn't. Right?
All three, I'd say all
I
three.
feel like as the battle went on, I'll give him his prop. It was whack. You know me and Nick. It was whack. But I felt like he started finding his feet in experience. As in, the first round, he ran through that. The second round, I think maybe watching his opponent and slowing it down, he realized the crowd will react if I give him a chance to. Do you know what I mean? Because some of the stuff he was saying, it was dumb, but it was funny. It was simple. But it also shows that, like, grime clashes, you can get away with a lot of simple wordplay if the flow sounds good and you get, the beat switches and you catch that beat switch. It don't matter what the fuck you just said. If you caught it clean, you caught it clean. Whereas in acapella, it really shows more because there's no beat to rely on. There's no real, and you are the energy. You are the rhythm. So I think it really shows. So I hope he do improve because by the third, I don't know, it was getting B-Techie Pedro, like, do you know what I mean? That sounds bad, but like, it means that I could kind of see it and it was making more sense towards that than it was the first round. That's why we said earlier, even the shit battlers this week, The third round, I felt like they kind of started working it out. That's why next round, no excuses. We all know what to expect. Let's turn up and smoke.
Yeah, 100%. Do you man think the Seven Wave wrote even a setup or a single one of those bars actually for Beyond?
Nah. That's probably from the last grime thing that he never went to, and like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Was there one direct bar? Did he say his bar?
I don't
I
think
think
I
the only
heard one.
direct bar was the end of the battle. He freestyled. You never had one good bar once. I didn't understand what you said. You're a nonce or something like that. And I feel like that's just a great ending to the great battle we had. It was like, okay. And like, I've spent a lot of time speaking about Seven because well, like beyond just he just didn't show up. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And I did feel like what he did show us, he was battle rap. He was like, you know, Mokajin off Tekken, you man.
Yep, I know.
He's using everyone else's fighting styles and bush and batting that. Like even the slapping of the towel and the you ready? Like it just I just want to see him relax, bro. But it also shows why maybe you shouldn't be having your first debut in a tournament setting as well.
100%.
Especially in this 4K shit, bro. It looked bad. Back in the day, you get away with megapixels. No, really. Like
Well,
now, yeah, it's
from a
4K
viewer
clean.
perspective, though. So, from you guys just watching it, seeing Seven and beyond, what's your one sentence that is your impression of each of them? Just one single sentence. Just after watching both of their first three rounds, what would you say?
Well, like
One for
each
each of them. Yeah.
One for each.
From a
Lawrence, you want
viewer,
to go
from a viewer
first or
perspective.
I
Go on, Lawrence,
I can sim it down to a word: inexperience. For me, Beyond just struck me as a young man that struggled with confidence, especially when he's been confronted with something he was probably under the assumption wasn't going to happen. Which is, wait, he's talking. Why is he? What's going on here, right? And he got flustered. Seven Wave, I think, has a confidence to him, and that's great. And he has a kind of disrespectful, arrogant attitude, which I think, quite frankly, the tournament's been lacking to a certain extent. It's battle rap. It's meant to be a bit abrasive and a bit, he said a thing. But I just felt like he came to a boxing match and pulled guard. Like, it's the wrong discipline to be utilizing in this situation, and it made for a confusing matchup where one guy was able to get his stuff on the road, but people were like, okay, and then the other guy, people could see, right, he's trying, he's nearly got it there, not quite, and it just made for a very, it's a tough day at the office, but inexperienced is the way I would epitomize both guys, and a rep is going to do them all the world of good to be able to pick through it and improve for another round.
100%. 100%. No better way you could have surmised it. How did you feel?
That was bro, man, freestyled that as well. What the fuck?
Yeah,
but like you said, it was a bad day in the office, and the best day to have the worst day in the office is probably the first day. So like you're all on yellow carding, but I can't. But like I'm a guy, like I don't mind a shit battle, innit? I don't mind a shit battle. We've all watched some of them shit battles for joyous, different reasons. We're not looking for bars. We're looking for where the fuck's this man's self-awareness. But I hope to see better from everyone. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it is a tournament. You have been handpicked, even if you are a second pick. I don't want to see you acting like a second pick, or I'm just here to fill the numbers. Briggsy, you know what I'm saying? Set an example, motherfucker. No reason for that whatsoever.
Oh yeah, that was a sly one.
No reason for that whatsoever. Fuck Briggsy because I can.
Yeah, that was a
fuck Stroh while I'm at it. Just because. No, joking. But yeah, man, I feel like the judges had this all right apart from Mav. I kind of see what he was doing because of the structure that I don't know, maybe Beyond was rapping with was battle rap more than Seven Wave. But you can't do that, bro. Man fucked up every round, bro. You can't. By default, like it was more like Seven Wave lost less.
How do you guys? That was a sick way to put it. How do you guys feel about the concept of, especially moving forward in the tournament, if you choke in a round, you've lost not just a round, but you've kind of lost the whole battle? Or do you feel that you can choke in a round lose the round, and then come back and win the other 2 rounds and win the battle, even though you choked?
If your opponent's shit enough, you could choke it around and still get it back. It depends how bad the choke is. If you're calling time, yeah, you probably lost that round. If you're calling time, you probably. But say if you stumble and bring it back, and if your opponent's shit, you might be able to get that back. But yeah, I don't think just because you've choked, you've lost the battle, but you've definitely lost that round. Like, I don't like it when we're like, there's a 60-second timer, we've got 15 seconds in, and I'm looking at the PB logo. Why? Freestyle, motherfucker.
I mean, the comment section would seem to indicate that there's some pretty strong opinions on the chokes, gentlemen. I don't know if you want to throw to that for a second. And also, Dojo, I will flag the questions for the gentlemen as soon as we get a moment. But I will point out, we did get to one of your comments, so it's not like we're ignoring you. But yeah, the comment section seems to have a couple of indications that the choke, there's a debate to be had there.
Yeah, I'd say so. What are the comments saying? I can't see the comments.
Yeah, I slacked on it. Lorne, this is hard, bro. Help me out now. I'm gonna tag you in. Like, I need your help. You're more organized than me, bro.
Well, let me rattle out some comments for you, and then y'all can just pick out the one you think deserves the biggest response, or however you want to respond. So, let's go back. So, Pagan, choke is around gone unless your opponent chokes worse. Dub T, you shouldn't be choking in a 60-second round. That's a lost round immediately.
That's a fact.
Caveman, if you're choking around, you can still win, but you have to eat 1 handful of dirt. Ghast, a full choke in a time 60-second has to be around, surely. Caveman, choking 2 rounds equals 2 handfuls, etc. And Crow seems to go like, yeah, you got to eat a handful of dirt. So there seems to be a handful of dirt that is a penalization in school. But I guess the question is, gentlemen, as battlers that have been in situations where it's like, oh shit, hang on, where is it? Like, a stumble versus a choke. Like, how much emphasis do we put on it? When the argument, I guess, Dub T is making in particular is you're having to condense your material down to make it memorable. It can't be very good then if you can't remember it. You know, it's clearly isn't very memorable if you're not getting it out. How can you expect your audience to go, oh yeah, I remember that? Like, what's the feeling on that?
No, I agree. 60 seconds, it should be, and it's condensed down, to be honest. So even if you did write for a normal round, you should be able to freestyle something, I guess. Like, you would have had overbars that say something that's funny, like, do you know what I mean? But yeah, Dubty's right. I agree. You shouldn't be choking in 60-second rounds with enough time to prep.
Crow's going further, by the way. Sorry to jump in, but Crow's going further, saying if there's no dirt to hand, you have to have a dirt deficit of sorts. So if you're unprepped, you need to have dirt in your Adidas sports hoodie. So Crow is suggesting more logistical. There's now logistics involved in battle rap where someone's got to come in with, right, who's owed dirt? Right, you, right, 2 handfuls.
Briggsy coming around like, yo, I owe you 2 dirts from last. You're going to have to do them now before you jump on. Sorry, mate.
We should probably...
So, there isn't enough dirt left.
Where has Enigma taken us, by the way? I'm suddenly very concerned for us and the audience.
Boom! This is where I chill. This is my chill spot.
It's your chill spot. Okay, sorry. I thought
it's right in the bars.
I thought you were literally going outside to find some handfuls of dirt to take to the tournament and say, right, you're owed one in your fucking pocket. Like, just handed it out to people.
There's not enough in the garden, man. There's not enough in the garden.
I got you. I should probably steer it back to the battle. So I presume we're in agreement with the 7-wave beyond situation, i.e. the 7-wave got the result, but both guys seriously need to think about their executions going forward for different reasons, right?
If this 100%. Wasn't in a tournament setting, 0-0 battle. Do you know what I'm saying? 0-0 battle. 0-0. But due to the fact that it is a tournament setting, I don't know how beyond scrape points. I don't know how he got away with leaving that battle with some points. He a lucky guy. But yeah, end of that battle.
I'm sorry, I'm just going to jump in again. Sorry. Dojo, Enigma's taking us to his charging station where he charges his vape.
Oh, no.
Yes. Bro, the vape has become its own character. It's its own thing now, bro. It's come. It's alive,
Yo,
bro.
we fuck Enigma shirts. We want the vape merch, bro.
Yeah, I need to get the
Let me get
vape
that.
merch.
Let me get that vape for a feature on the next tune, bro. Let me get that.
The legendary vape lab. Yeah, that shit's cold. Yeah, but I totally agree though. They both need to seriously focus for the next rounds moving forward. Seven Wave needs to watch way more battle rap. My guy, you do not watch nearly enough battle rap to compete with battle rappers. It doesn't make any sense. You're in a golf tournament. You never played golf. Like, what's going on here? You need to practice. And Beyond needs to be himself. If you adjust yourself, you will have a significantly easier path. Just be yourself, bro. We don't need anything else. Just be you.
Let me throw something out there for Enigma just very, very quickly. Because I think you're the winner of this episode for one reason above not only your performance, but you seem to grasp the concept of the tournament more than anyone else on the episode, which is we're looking for narratives, we're looking for characters, we're looking for performers, right? We're looking for people that we can push. It felt like a lot of the guys on this episode struggled for various reasons, had hiccups in various places. But the other thing that struck me was like none of them stood out. None of them left an impact except you. Do you think that's a trick that people missed in this initial stage? And if so, are you able to capitalize it beyond when people start cottoning on? Do you think you're still going to be able to lead the pack in terms of, yeah, but people are still going to want to watch me. People are still going to tune into my episodes. People are still going to line up when I qualify for the next round and live tickets go on sale and I'm headlining the card. Like, is that something you think you can continue to do?
Yeah, 100%, man. It's momentum. You know, battle rap, I say it's like a combo meter, man. You keep hitting it, and you can hit it with battles, you can hit it with promos. There's loads of stuff you can use to hit the meter. When you keep building up the combo, and then you really just have to, like, I'd have to mess the combo up so bad. The combo would have to flop. I'd have to flop the combo for the momentum to pause. And yeah, you'll have to see what happens, man, because who knows what happens after the first round, right? I got amnesia. I got no clue what happens after the first round, bro. No idea. So we'll have to wait and see. And no Crash has seen 18 different vape comments too, because he's been laughing.
Nah, bro, we moved on from the vape, bro. We're waiting for the merch to drop. We've got Crow with Enigma pushed the chicken out of the way in the hutch and sat on an egg. And then we've got my man James Britton says, "Why is Enigma in a chicken coop?" And that's the first comment I've seen for him as well. It's just like, yo, why is Enigma in a chicken coop?
Yes, man.
Not everyone goes to the mountains, bruv. Some people
exactly. Keep them guessing, man. Keep them guessing, man. Keep them guessing. Exactly.
Right. So then we have intermission times. Again, I'm not a hater of these intermission times. This one, shout out my boy Cammy. Lon, how do we feel about I like it. I liked it. The advertisement was nice, and it's a good way to segue and not just promote the battlers in the stream, but also the battle rap commentators like ourselves put us in the next episodes now.
I only have one thing. It's a plea more than anything else, which is Cammy, put the gun down and let my family go. Like, what was this? Like, sure, I'll watch your show, Cammy. Just please tell me where my family is.
Cammy did it. Yeah,
what was that?
Any Cammy episode is a good episode, to be honest.
Nah, man, I'm only messing with Cammy. Listen, I shout out Cammy every single week on the socials because he does a 15-minute wrap-up where we obviously do the live stream. It's good to see some of the stuff because I know he put a lot of time and effort and investment in those, again, to try and build up a sense of the battle rappers having characters and personalities outside of battle rap so you can get to know them a little bit better and go, I like this guy. I think I'm gonna buy a ticket to go and see him do his thing live. Like, he's put in a lot of effort, energy, and he's been a net positive for the scene for a while now, man.
I mean, and shout out Hulk. I know Hulk's in the tournament, so he can use this to his advantage. But even he's doing it, so it would be nice to do a wrap-up episode when the tournament is done with me, you. Do you know what I mean? Straw and Briggsy can jump in. Some of the battlers can jump in. Hulk. And a Cammy and whoever else has had their eyes on this.
Indeed, yeah. I think Trubs has done, I think, one wrap-up show after the second or third episode. There's
No,
not anyone else.
Trubs ain't invited, bro.
Hey, listen, man. I've thrown it out there to everyone, and it's interesting seeing the conversation start to develop. Like even in our conversation, in our chat, it's illuminating certain aspects of the tournament that is good. It's good. It's like, oh, okay, that's an interesting point, or that's a good thing to take away. Or as we're seeing, like, guys are getting shine now because there's a week where people are just talking about them that may be on a card or other things where their performance might have been lost in translation, or there might have been some other thing that means they don't get talked about. In this instance, man, even if it's tiny little moments that people are like, yeah, but that was fun, wasn't it? Or that was cool, wasn't it? And the Cammy thing, I think, is good because it reminds people that outside of the tournament, there's content that's evergreen. Like, you could tune into a lot of Cammy's stuff 2 years, 3 years down the line, it'd still be fun to watch. And it's nice that he's getting that nod, he's getting that shine. And to your point, it was one of those intermissions like, that's cool. I'm glad to see that. I mean, I want us on that spot.
That was the same as mine. Bro,
if it can't be us, I suppose Cammy's fine.
I guess Cammy, Redding, next. Nah, bro. Run it, bro. Run the episode now, bro. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. I was sidetracked halfway through it, so I didn't get to watch all of it. But I had seen the episode previous with shout out. I think Wax was on it. I can't remember who else was on it. Wax wasn't even on it as well. Was the worst thing. Wax was like a guest in the corner. But was it Quill and Carlton Shanks?
Yes, it was. Yes, boom. Yes, it was.
Mr. Shanks, yeah, it was Shanks.
It was Shanks. And then, gentlemen, the last battle of the night, we had, what's his real name? I got Bert in it in the notes.
Bert Broadbent.
That brother versus Quicksilver. Enigma, let's start with you, my boy. You was there, you saw it. How did you feel about the battle? And both of these after the battle had your like, all right, I got to fix up for my man. He might be a bit of a problem. Both light work. Like, you know what
yeah.
What were your thoughts and feelings of the battle and after the battle?
The battle itself was cool. Quick had a good performance. I feel Quick was in the same position I was in. Probably watching Bert, he probably thought, bruh, what am I supposed to do? Say, what do you want me to rap to? Like, how did we get here, bro? That's probably what he thought in his head. So the fact he came up with three good ones.
You had a rap battle. You had a guy that does rap battle, isn't it? Like, we're not like a rap battle of fools, but he does battle raps, and he's had a bit before. Whereas Bert is more a comedian.
100%.
Who's jumped onto this battle rap thing.
100%.
So I feel like it would be harder.
Definitely, man. Long summarization of inexperienced is just the perfect way to describe it. He needs to watch more battle rap, man. Like, you really got to lock in and just go through the archives, because even if you just watch as many battles as you can, it will help you so much understand the format. If you don't watch battles, you're never really going to understand it. So I'd recommend that for Bert. Quick did fantastic though, man. You can't really expect anything else. 3 clean rounds. Did his style perfectly. If you're a fan of Quick style, then his performance would have been great.
I will say, to be fair, I've watched Quick a couple of times. Once live in Short Circuit, and like, I will say he has made an improvement and listened to feedback going into this tournament, because the bit that I would ostracize, word of the day, is in the things I would I've lost it. See, I tried being too smart, bro. The things I would cuss out in his battles, basically weren't there, which made it a nicer battle to enjoy. Was it the best? No, but again, like you said, maybe it is a kind of like, I get it. Like, me personally as a battler now, I take a stance on, if you're accepting a battle or you've got a battle against my man, you should be A1 for this battle, because if my man's dead and this is what you think, show us the level. But I understand in a tournament set, and you understand there's bigger opponents, and you've got 4 people to rap for. I don't know how many battles you got in the group stage, but say that your foot is not on the gas as much more. Do you know what I'm saying? But from forward, I want to see foot on the gas, bro. I want to see crash outs. I want to see disrespect. I want to see, like, he's wet. Yeah, this is how much better I am, not just trying to get by. You were lucky. You know what I'm saying? But even like Quicksilver, I feel like he was good. And Bert was good as well. He was funny. It was just, you could tell the biggest struggle he had was just making it battle rap. It still felt like a comedy set where he's just gonna rhyme the punchline, and a lot of his reactions were himself, which I didn't like. I didn't like that. It doesn't break the fourth wall, but it kind of does. It takes like, he's mugging it. But I will say, my man looks like something out of a Guy Ritchie film, bro. He looks like he should be driving a yellow van, bro. You know what I'm saying? Lord, thoughts and opinions on this battle?
Thoughts and opinions on the battle. I think, yeah, the thing that I took away from Bert is that he's obviously from a comedic background, because my understanding is that comedians obviously workshop their stuff. They do stuff behind closed doors to see if it lands, to kind of tinker with the cadence of it a little bit. Battle rap, man, is much more raw and visceral. And again, I say that with regards to the musicians in the house. Like, they get to listen to it back, they get to tinker, they get to kind of stop-start stuff. But at several times I noted was like, oh, come on, that's really funny. When you're explaining, you're losing. If you have to turn to a crowd and go, the fuck's wrong with all of you? The only person I've ever seen get away with it is Shotty, when he's looking at the crowd going, wake up, and people are realising like, oh, actually, yeah, we should be fucking paying closer to, because this is fucking fire and we're not reacting. Everyone else, though, if you're having to, hey, listen, let me explain to you why that was fucking hilarious. Yeah, sure, call me an idiot, and now I agree with you. Like, it's literally the way you lose a crowd. And
say it again. It was shit on the second take too. Like, do
you know what I mean?
We got it, my brother. We got it. And that's not the problem here. The problem was, it wasn't that funny.
Not a lot of it didn't land with me, no. And I think that, again, that's a tailoring thing. Like, I think a lot of times in the tournament, I'm seeing guys try and be funny rather than remember that they're supposed to be looking at an opponent and going like, I get to insult you for 3 minutes and you have to just stand there and take it. I'm going to have fun. Like I'm going to go after you for a bit rather than I'm going to make jokes sort of about you, you know? Like, he just, it's a complete misconnect with what he was trying to do. And I would just put it down to that lack of experience within the genre, within the form of battle rap, where it's like, I'm not quite in the groove yet. But it will come. And I think Dojo has made reference in one of his comments, next two battles in his bracket are very fire.
No, good. And I think that's one of my problems with Quicksilver in his previous battles was his persona was kind of like instead of battling and showing that he's funny, he's more telling the audience, like, believe me, I'm funny. Look how much funnier than I am. This guy's not funny. Whereas, like, and in the first round, it kind of looked like it was leaning towards that. But I will say, because I put in my notes when I was taking notes, like, he's doing that narrative thing where it's like he's not being funny towards his opponent. He's being funny towards the crowd about, like, you're talking like he's not there, basically, which I don't really like, especially in a tournament setting. I want to see directness. But I will say to Quicksilver, hands up, the second 2 rounds, he started barking on him, bro. He started, it was direct. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't so much I'm a funny guy. It was more I want to win this battle, and here's a little funny joke or observation about you. Whereas Bert's was it was just comedy, to be honest. And I do like British comedy, but like, it's not the setting, and he has to do a lot, I feel, to change that. If you're a well comfortable comic, that's the only style you really know.
EDP, what do you make of him as an opponent in the tournament? As in, like, again, I don't know if there's going to be any cross bracketing. There might be also fallout from the tournament they might book some guys against other guys that don't quite qualify, but they maybe see a narrative element to it. Like, hey, these guys had a bit of whatever the case may be. what do you? Because I mean, Quicksilver we can touch on, but I think Bert Broadbent is kind of the bigger wild card because outside of battle rap, he's been a reasonably successful and award-winning comedian. I seem to remember him when I did research. So he is a funny guy, but it is that thing of right. But you've now got to apply it. What do you make of him though? Like from a in the room perspective and having now seen it on camera, what are your thoughts?
Light work, absolute light work. Somebody that genuinely doesn't scare me at all. Not worried. I think what he actually does need though is he needs to sit with someone who knows battle rap well, and I don't know who he spars with like before he does battles and stuff, but whoever you're sparring with, if they told you those were 3 amazing rounds, they're not your real friend. You need to stop speaking to them, like immediately. Cut them off. You need to contact literally anyone. You can speak to 90% of battle rappers and they'll be down to spar with you. Like most people will spar with you regardless, as long as they kind of know you in some way from the scene. And that's what he needs to do. He needs to sit down, watch some battles, and he needs to spar more because a comedy audience is not the same as a battle rap audience. You can't work them the same way. They're 2 totally different things. And he's going in there thinking he's about to work it like he works a room. And it doesn't work like that, bro. It doesn't work like that. So, yeah. But he has 2 more battles in the tournament.
I think there's a big difference as well between, like you said, like sparring with like me and you probably use like say Tech for example, because we're cool with Tech. We know Tech's good. He'll tell us if it's shit or not. You can't spar with your friends that aren't battlers, which I feel like he maybe do. Like as a comedian, you tell him jokes, that's funny, that should land. You can't do that with battle rap and other comedians or your friends that are battlers. I think you're correct and on the ball there. He needs to sit with a battler. But it's kind of hard. I don't know how into the battle rap he is and who he'd sit with because maybe the only battlers he really knows are in the tournament. You know what I mean? Like, yo, and he's cold death fire, bro. Yeah, do that. That was amazing, bro. Keep going. Do the funny bit again. Do the funny bit.
I think he was. He was 2-on-2ing with someone at one point, wasn't he? Was it Jeeves or was it someone else? I feel like he was because I remember I reviewed a battle of his on Don't Flop, and it was a 2-on-2. But my takeaway was like it was funny, but it felt very disjointed. It just felt like it was lacking any real engagement with their. They seemed to be having fun playing off each other in the midst of a crowd situation rather than really going after their opponent. I mean, the thing I'd ask then is, what do you think the main challenge of a comedian coming into battle rap would be then? Is it like how does one translate being funny into being I guess the closest thing, which is a funny battler, like a jokey kind of plays things off for comedy or just clowns on a guy for 3 rounds and make that stick? Like what challenges is he going to face in order to do that?
Oh man, it's a totally different conversion. Even comedic timing in battle rap, like when you see like Dave Chappelle tell a joke, if you tried to spit a comedic angle like Dave Chappelle, like Slester does sometimes, and you have like 20-second pauses between the lines, it's just a total disconnect. It doesn't hit. Like he needs to understand the difference in a comedic timing and a battle rap comedic timing. And jokes, the way that he jokes doesn't tend to have an actual punchline. They tend to just be a series of ongoing jokes that just kind of keep rotating around a subject, but none of them really punctuate the end of the sentence. So we never really feel like we're hit. We just kind of get thrown these funny ideas, but none of them really have any substance. None of them are really heavy. He needs to learn how to convert it and make it a personal attack as well as being a joke. And his 3rd round for Quick, the vegan angle, that was a great angle. He had some great like thoughts in there. He would say like a thought and then I'd bar it in my head. And I'd be like, bro, you were like 2 rhymes away. You could have just easily made this into a bar and still had the comedic thought involved. I think he just needs to learn how to do that. Once he does, he'll be sweet.
But he's light work though, so there you go.
For now, he's light work, man. Light work.
What did you make of the judging in the episode, just quickly? Because I'm pretty sure you took a 3-0 across the board, did you not?
Yeah,
3-0 Biz, 3-0 Sean, to the Cray Dog, I should say, and Homeschool gave you 3-0. So Yeah, clean sweep. But you're one of the only guys so far to get the clean sweep as well. So that puts you with not only 3 points, but 9 judged rounds. That's going to stand you in good stead as the tournament progresses, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%. And I expected there to be more 3-0s. I can't lie to you. I was expecting quite a lot more 3-0s, but I think that in itself speaks to the level that the tournament started off on. Because it's not started off in like where everyone's on 10 spectacularly, but it started in such a place where even if you've only got 5 3-0s, man, and like what, 16 battles? Like a lot of the battles are really, there's some back and forth there, man. So yeah. I can't lie, I completely forgot your question on us.
I want to see that. Yeah.
I want to see
more free. I personally want to see more 3-0s, and like you, I expect there to be 3-0s. But as a battle rap fan, I would expect more closer to 1s. Like I want to see people like actually try. And again, I've said for the whole 4 episodes that we've done this on now, it's the first round. Everyone gets to feel the new pitch, like, do you know what I mean? Everyone gets to try on the new boots. But yeah, I want to see more intent. I want to see man them want to win and get them. Shout out, be Ramble. I want to see everyone trying to win, and I do want that a little more viciousness. Do you know what I mean? If your jokes are joking, make them nasty jokes, bro. You know what I mean? But I'm still here. We still here every Monday reporting. I'm still ready for season 2 or round 2, whatever you want to call it.
Round 2, 100%. And Lorna, so the judging was fine.
The judging
was absolutely fine.
I forgot what he said too, but I segmented it. Let's go.
It came back. The judging was fine, man. The only thing that was iffy, and I would have been iffy too, was Mav giving beyond anything after this man just choked 3 rounds. Can't lie, bro. You choke a round, you're at least losing that round. If you choke for long enough, for me, you've lost the battle, bro. I can't even lie.
Question for the room then. So just one quick one, and then I just because I think it's one of the few things I think Prem may have dropped a little bit of a ball on because of their whole thing of we want to engage the audience, right? I lived through fucking 10 years of fucking X Factor, a further 10 years of fucking Pop Idol and shit like that, which built itself off of, hey, you vote. You tell us who you think should be going through, but that's only after we separate the wheat for the chaff, right? Do you want to see more audience participation with the judging? I mean, you just took a clean sweep. So you might be inclined to say, fuck no, I want the judges to judge all my rounds because I know that they know quality when they see it. But at the same time, I mean, it's it's Crow that's put it out there. He's asking about the promo photo because you got a really good response from that. People thought it was fun and it was funny and it was good, but it's still that positive connotation. Like if people then start rooting for you and they had an outlet to say, hey, listen, man, Enigma's sick, I need to see him in the next round. Yeah, maybe he didn't have the strongest battle, but I do want to see him in the next round. Like, would you want that aspect in the tournament at some stage, or do you like the fact that it is only people that know their shit, that know what they're looking at, that are judging this stuff?
I think it's kind of a mix. Like having the crowd versus expert argument can go back and forth for a while. Should people who do it and the professionals at it be able to judge it, or can other people just have opinions as well, which opens it up, right? And I kind of see both sides and agree with both sides. I think with Prem doing this format now, they've probably only done it this way because this is probably just the way that they thought of, I'm guessing. And it's like their first attempt at it. But moving forward, definitely expect and hope that it's more interactive and that more of the culture can take part in it. And I think that will open it up and it will have people watching more because they themselves will be engaged in what's going on. And that will increase viewership too. So I'm sure it's something that they'll do moving forward. Who knows, man? They might do it at some stage in this tournament, or maybe it'll be the next one or the one after that. But yeah, totally agree though, man.
When you posed that question on, I will say, I did like the thought of the crowd having a vote, but then I went to the thought of Crow will know this, right? For like Battle of the Year, you can boost your votes, right, from just sharing it to your brethren. But then I went on to another thought of, isn't that technically what we want, though? New eyes. So if you're gonna share it to your brethren and they're gonna vote for you, they're gonna watch the battle, and that's gonna be another view that isn't in the normal algorithm. So that is actually a decent idea to have. Again, when we've got rid of the riff raffs, no names yet. I'll give them one more chance, and then I'm gonna go back to the old ways of being a dickhead. But they need it. You Enigma, I lie. How many battlers
That's,
have I helped improve by just being truthful
you have to.
and
You
giving
have
my
to.
opinion?
Has to be done.
It
But
has to be done. It is. It's a part of battle rap is taking feedback, and I understand that. Like, who the fuck is this London speaking Welsh done? But I'm just a realist, bro. I just tell you how it is. I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat it. And what I do like, I will say to Shotty, Bloodstro, and Bobby is they're true. And what I like is they feel taken. Like I don't feel like they're staff members. I feel like they've taken away. So when they give their opinions, they're actually their opinions, not Prem opinions. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like that's what they're gonna say because they're on Prem. It feels like that's their own personal opinions of like when Seven Wave messed up. Do you know what I'm saying? When fucking Beyond, when Briggsy fucked up. Let's not forget Briggsy fucked up, please.
yeah,
But
there's
yeah, get me
I
on
really like them
season 2.
moments.
Yeah, but get this show on season 2, Briggs, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree, man. Those moments, I hope they keep them and they put more of them in, man. I really like the bloopers, man. There's the blooper at the start of me and Jim, and Bobby goes, right, let's what are your thoughts on the battle? And then he goes, let's go straight into the pit. Watch the battle. Stuff like that. They need to keep stuff like that in, and more. There should be more of that cut into the show, man, because it adds a whole nother. People are coming to watch the host then, as well as coming to watch the battles, in it. It just adds something else for engagement.
That's realism. There's like imperfection in humans. You know what I mean? That's the thing in it. Like it gives realism. You forget, hey, these guys aren't paid actors. They are just trying to do this bit, and sometimes it does go wrong.
That's exactly, man. Yeah.
But I will say, I did expect some of these episodes, lads. Like Enigma, you are exempt from this, but this was one of the shitter episodes of the round one, shall we say? Battler wise, I
Yes.
feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like the
Performance
standard,
wise, especially.
yeah, performing wise.
Performance wise, because I think you, especially from some of the battlers on this episode, like I said, I got amnesia. I don't really remember the rest of the tournament, but I can speculate that you might see some really good stuff from some people you didn't expect to see some really good stuff from. So performance wise, I'd definitely say the the highest tier for performance definitely wasn't that, was it? But it's good to see because there was still like 60 people watching the live stream when it came out, man. So it's good to see that even on like a development week, there's at least a decent viewership still.
There we go. Boom. There's another question I can ask you. You've done quite a few battles for a few different like leagues, different types of battles outside Mad Club. How did it feel this new setup of production? Because it's different to what we used to. Do you know what I mean? We used to be jumping up. There's the club. Get there, travel. Hello, goodbye. Do you know what I'm saying? How did this feel as a production level? And did you like it? Give me some pros and cons.
I absolutely loved it. I think this is how battle rap should be. I can't lie. It adds way much more to it as well. And say if it was like being live streamed, a big thing with me is when I go to watch an event, and the event starts like 5 hours late, and I put like time aside. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this at 7, and then it gets to like 9, and it's like the event's not started, and then it's 11, and the first battle's just coming on, and it's like, bro, what is going on? So I feel like this level of professionalism is something that's actually genuinely needed in battle rap and will do nothing but help other people actually respect it the way that it deserves. People who don't do battle rap and don't watch battle rap and stuff like that. I think it's something that we need. But then the cons of it is, I guess it kind of you would think it takes away from the natural energy of things because of how it's filmed, but it really doesn't, man. It's actually buzzing on the day. On the day, the energy's still there, tension's still there, everyone's gassed. And you get to see everyone at once. So somebody might battle last on the card. I might battle first on the card, and half the people aren't there in the event because they come to watch the main event. this person's not coming on, this person's late. Having just everyone there at once, it just adds totally to the overall energy. So I think it's a pro, man. I don't think I can even give you a con, to be honest.
Bears, man.
Yeah.
Well, boys, Lorne.
I would encourage you before, if that sounds like the teasing of a wrap up, that the ladies and gentlemen, I've put it in the chat because we might about to have another guest join us, and one that might have.
I didn't know this.
Might have something to say based on we've been critical of him in this episode, and to be honest, we've got a fellow competitor in the house already, one that hasn't been shy about expressing an opinion. I'm kind of curious to see how this will go. We will see him as soon as he logs in. I'm just waiting for him to say that he's logged in. He's just saying, okay, I'll jump on now if that's cool, and I've given him the thumbs up, so please bear with us, because hey, listen, I just kind of want to see what happens, to be honest with you. I mean,
accountability. Is this accountability corner? Somebody's come to answer the critiques.
Well, no, I want to hear some more vape jokes. That's what I want. I need more vape jokes in my life.
Is it Caveman with a little 5
minute
segment
in the end?
It's
not Caveman. I mean, I want it to be Cave. I want it to be a surprise.
This
really.
stream is sponsored by Enigma's vape. That's what we should have in
the CEO. The CEO vape.
CEO.
It's 7.
Yes. You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, bro, we can't see you, though.
There he is.
There we go.
7 Wave joins us, ladies and gentlemen.
On,
7 Wave is live. How are we doing, sir?
Yeah, sound. How's it going?
Yeah, great, bro. How are you? How are you feeling after the battles now come out? You've got the reception. People are dropping the criticisms. People are dropping what they liked.
Enigma, that's my job, bro.
I'm sorry, I took over.
Yo, 7, welcome to the show, my boy. How you feeling after the first battle? People are dropping comments and, you know what I'm saying, giving you feedback. How do you feel, my boy?
Nah, you know what? I'm feeling a bit robbed, to be fair, man. I thought that was a 3-0. Like, you know what it is like? Obviously, I've had a bit of a, you know, in comment sections and that, like, pretty much everyone's in agreement that there's no argument for him winning. You get me? So I don't know what that middle judge was on about, to be honest, but it's bullshit, innit?
Yeah. Well, I'd say from Mav's perspective, the format that you rap in is more of like a grime format. Whereas Mav's saying the way beyond raps is he raps almost too perfectly to fit a battle rap template for what you'd template like an American battle rapper to be. So I still think it's crazy he gave that round away. Because
I wouldn't have said that out loud. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have said that out loud.
Yeah, I would have thought it in my head, but I wouldn't have said it on tape. That was crazy. But I do get the point that he's trying to say.
There's some weird logic behind it that we do understand, but maybe that's because we're battle rap nerds. But man, I think you took it 3-0 clearly.
It's like, do you know what it is?
Go on.
He's done like a breakdown, which just didn't really break down anything, and then he just goes, you know what? I'm just gonna say 2-1 to Beyond. But it's like, what 2 rounds did he win in that battle? There ain't 2 rounds that he won for sure, like guaranteed. But obviously he's allowed his opinion in that, and I guess obviously it just come down to a thing of, I think he just obviously, like you say, he preferred Beyond. But when it comes down to a judging thing, he didn't win 2 rounds over me. That's a fact.
I feel like, judges are going to have to separate. I think what you're saying is true. Because of the style he preferred, he gave him 1 round. And it was just because it was more battle rap style. But what round was it? And I was going to bring this point up earlier, so I'm glad you mentioned it, of like, I really want to see judges get tighter and not just give battlers a round. Just because it's like, oh, well, it was closest to. I want to know what round, and I want to know why.
Exactly.
Otherwise, chuck the 30 at him. And we've had gentlemen's trios. I think Quicksilver's battle was a gentleman's. It wasn't, but whereas Enigma's battle was more a walk down. Your battle 7 was more a walk down due to the fact that he choked every round, bro. I think his last round was what, like 7 seconds?
That's exactly. And do you know what it is? I didn't realize there's a point system until, to be honest, I got told at one of the events there was a point system. I didn't really understand it then. But obviously I thought if you win the battle, that's 3 points, you win it. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, how have I come out with 5 points and he's got 4, even though that makes it sound like it's even remotely close when he's flopped all 3 of his rounds. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like they've given him a bit too much credit for that.
Yeah.
How did you feel going? Have you had battles previously a cappella? And you've used that grand flow before? So the grand flow is just your type of adapting it in that.
I've had a couple, but to be honest, this was like the least prepped. Like, I didn't even think about what I didn't even think about the day. I literally just turned up and said what was on the top of my head. You know what I mean? Like, all bars I had. That was what it was.
Enigma, did I not say that earlier? Did I not say that earlier?
I literally said it earlier, bro. Yeah.
It never happened, or the tune ain't dropped yet. So, yeah, bro. So, all right, cool. That's your first battle in this new Prem settings, 7. What do you feel like, or what have you done in your, without no spoilers, like, have you made changes to anything? Have you done research, tried pattern the flow? No, it's same rhythm. Same rhythm.
You know what? So basically, there's a guy called DW in my group. I think he's called. He dropped out, so I got an automatic win against him. Because I don't think he's in the top. I didn't really understand it. I just got told I've got a win, so I was like, cool, safe. And then I battled. I can't even remember what he's called now. But I battled him, and I didn't write nothing for him either. That was just one. I just turned up and just done it as well.
So that would be Yanith, by the way.
Yanith, that's the one. Yeah.
Oh, ironic. I forgot he existed.
He weren't very good either, but I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what happened with that in it, so I can't really say. But
everyone got amnesia, innit, Lon? I've noticed.
Yeah, exactly. Amnesia, bro.
Everyone's smoking on that amnesia pack, yeah. Like, that NDA weed. I see it.
Let me throw to the comment section quickly, because Crow has said he wants to ask you, regardless of the win, do you feel like there are things that you could have improved on? One of the topics of conversation for us earlier was your application of your style of on-beat grime into battle rap, and we all kind of agree the consensus is, look, you've got skill, but in the room on the time, it wasn't quite clicking, wasn't quite vibing for whatever reason, because stylistically it didn't quite translate. What are you thinking, right, from that to the next battle, to if you qualify for the later rounds of the tournament, what have you got to try and do to start getting over with the audience, or for your materials to start hitting in a way that you think and know it should be?
I fully agree with that. Like, obviously the content, it weren't. Do you know what it is? I can't stress how little I took them seriously in it. Like, I literally didn't even think about what I was gonna say. Like, I didn't even research my opponent. I literally just saw my group. I was a bit disappointed with it. I was like, so I thought it was gonna be pretty much just a straight breeze through. It's like semi-finals, finals. Like, I was looking at who was decent. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, I turned up, I battled beyond with whatever I had, like just old material. So obviously it's not gonna hit, like it's not meant to really, because it's like, it's not tailored to him, it's not written for him. But if I was actually writing for someone I felt was decent, I feel like it's a completely different story, because I'm tailored, and also remember, these are grime rounds too. If I was writing something a cappella, obviously I'm gonna slow it down and stuff like that and make the punches have more effect to people, you get me?
Boom.
Do you feel like that could do you damage going down the tournament? Say if you get, I don't know, I can't remember what group you are in, but say if you get through,
that would be group F. Just so we're all clear on the admin, it's group F he is in, ladies and gentlemen.
That's why Lorne's the boss.
Lorne is the archive.
I just sit on the show sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying? You need the analytics guy, bro. He knows. But yeah, so do you feel like, say you get through and you do get are you going to then start writing more acapella style?
Yeah, 100%. Like, if it was someone, like, do you know what it is? Obviously, I entered the tournament, I was expecting, like, I don't even know who battle raps. Like P Soldier or someone. I was expecting someone that I've heard of before, so it's like I would have written for them. But it's like, think about it. You join the tournament, you enter a group, and it's like, I ain't heard of any of these 3 people. I search them up, I can't find anything on any of them. Like, what am I writing for? Do you know what I mean?
That is the problem with battle rap nowadays. Back in the day, it used to be rappers with tunes and something, at least content, whatever. Now, there are a lot of battlers that don't have that content. So, you're right. What are you meant to do?
And sorry, go on.
I
I
wanted to add a point, but I think this conversation is more important than the point I want to add. I'll come back to it when she's saying. But yeah, the idea of there being content for battlers to base your stuff on. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you know what it was like? That's the thing. So it's like, and there was another thing that people weren't happy about, which was this whole like talking over his rounds thing. But
Right.
it's like,
And that's where I wanted to take the conversation, by the way. So if we want to
okay.
just because
Yeah.
right,
Yo,
Yeah,
there's
segue.
method to the madness
It's-
in this show, man. Then
it's
believe. Don't
Crass's
worry,
show today,
believe.
okay? But watch me as I completely torch my public perception. Watch. You ready? I liked the disrespect. I liked the fact that you were imposing yourself in the battle. I liked the fact that you've got confidence and a self-assuredness and an arrogance, because with all due respect, and I mean this nicely, ladies and gentlemen, it's not let's get together and impolitely address each other rap. It's battle rap, bitch. I'm going in that room and I am I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get under your skin. I'm going to make you look like a dickhead. I'm going to make these people laugh at you and make you wish you never stepped in here with me. And whatever is within reason, because of course we don't then want to go to weird realms. I think it's fine. But at the same time, I think the etiquette has never really been established. So the line, especially for someone coming into this with zero frame of reference, it is a hard line to walk. And it is something where I think, look, okay, maybe we weren't happy with this, but he's learning the line. If he does it again, maybe. It felt like people were being very, very critical and very hard on something that I think from your perspective, you felt like, hey, man, I'm here to win. Like, this guy's struggling. Like, I'm going to point it out. Like, but what do you make of it? What do you want to say about that?
do you know what it is? There was so much emphasis of, he's talking over the rounds. I literally said, what does that mean? I said, what does that mean? 4 words. I said 4 words in his entire round. And the thing is, if you watch it close, he's all like, I'm looking into his eyes. He's already stumbled on a bar what just didn't mean anything. So I just go, what does that mean? Quite quietly. And then that completely threw him off. But it's like when people are like, talking over his entire rounds. I weren't talking over his entire rounds. And then the thing is as well, if people want to say that I was being disrespectful, I didn't even know who he was. But he comes into the battle and he's doing this whole like, I'm 7 waves killer, man. I'm this, I'm that. And then it's like, even before the battle as well, he was being bare arrogant as well, saying like, this is going to be a nice, easy win for me today. Like, So I was like, all right, cool then. And then the thing is, he's the one that then crumbled after he was the one that was talking shit, if that makes sense. But then apparently it's me that's the bad guy in the situation. Because people are saying, he's 17, he's a nervous kid and all this. And it's like, why am I battling him in a tournament then if he's a nervous kid who shouldn't be here? Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I could rant about it, but
well, I'm getting disagree with. I mean, because I've been lax in reading the comments, but
like you said, innit, get aggressive, bro. As someone who has shoulder barged like the biggest battle rapper in the UK, like, do you know what I mean? That shit's aggressive. And Dojo, bro, I had words with like text the other day, bro, about how did you let Dojo barge you like that, bro? So I don't want to hear no. It's just about talking back, bro. Because why are you barging my brethren?
I tell you what. Let me quantify, because I think Dub has said he categorically disagrees with me on every level. Wow, that's never happened before. And Dojo has said,
but he's allowed to, Lord. He's allowed to.
No, but here's what I will say.
His opinion.
But that's what I'm saying. There's nuance to this. That's what I always struggle with in terms of battle rap. Sometimes it is that where is the line? Because I think some guys struggle to find it, and that's fine. Because I would much rather someone push to the line and maybe stumble over it from time to time than never come near it and play it too safe. And I think, as much as I think, yes, there's definitely a conversation to be had about the application of your style. And there's an etiquette issue. I totally get that too. But I took away from the battle that you want to win. You are there to go, I'm going to beat this guy. And I wanted to kind of put it to you, like, I liked it, but I understand where the criticism is and maybe why it needs to be toned down. But I wanted you to have an opportunity to kind of go, well, here's my take based on the fact that you had to deal with all that feedback in one hit. You had to watch those comments go. This is your chance to talk your talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it is. And obviously, like I say, he's the one that started doing all the extra stuff anyway. Like, he was the one that was being all like cocky. And I just turned up. I was like, cool, I'm going to turn up. I'm going to say whatever old bars I can come up with. He's the one that's doing all the extra stuff, saying, I'm 7 waves killer, I'm this, I'm that. And it's just like, all right, then cool. Like, and then as soon as you put any pressure on him, he's then crumbling, and then I'm the bad guy for putting pressure on him. Like, what? How does that make sense?
There you go. Anyways, sorry, I hijacked the show for a second there, Crash. My bad. I apologize. It's your show again.
No, I'm. Yo, Seven Wave. Last question of the stream, my boy. Have we got a good looking out for you? If that made any sense, bro. I'm looking at my weed tray, so because I know it's coming soon. Like, have you got better over the? Come on, give us some. Like, sell yourself a bit. Like, do you know what I'm saying? No Diddy, but like, do we see? Is this the best you this week that we've seen, or does it get better?
Well, yeah, like the thing is, I ain't got a next battle because it was that other guy.
Oh,
That didn't
true. Okay. But what should we expect? So, say you make it through the group stage. What would we expect now?
Oh no, definitely. Like, obviously, in later rounds, I'd actually transition and try write a cappella material. You get me? Because, so like, put it this way, yeah, I didn't write a single bar for the group stage. I've not written a single thing.
I think from a viewer and someone who's not battling in the tournament, I want to see what it is like writing, because I did say it sounded like it, if it made sense. It was not direct. I don't think you said the brother's name once. You know what I'm saying? So that tells that it's not direct. But I want to see, what it looks like when a Seven Wave flames someone. Like, do you know what I mean? Personally, on a personal level, because there was bits in your material that was still funny. Do you know what I'm saying? And it felt like the first round I said earlier, it felt like you just ran through that, bro. Do you know what I mean? That was a grime 32 bar.
140, innit?
But then as second round, third round, you're slowing down a bit. You're letting the crowd like, you're probably thinking of the next freestyle, innit? But like, the crowd were reacting to you, bro. And like Lorne said, innit? I like competition, innit? So, bro, if you've got to chat shit on your stage, bro, innit? Yeah, exactly. If he don't like it, he better do something about it, innit? You don't like it. But we need that competitive. It's a tournament, man. No one's there for fun. I don't want to see no one there for friends. It's $3,000 on the line, man.
Yeah, exactly. I fully agree with that. Fully agree.
But, bro, it was a pleasure to have you on the show. Thank you for rolling through.
Appreciate you for having me.
I was to say, I'm rooting for you. I know I'm probably the only person saying this at this stage.
Yeah.
I see a star quality in you. I like the arrogance. I like the fact that you're backing yourself.
It's his
like
character
the fact
in it, Lorne, as well. Like, he said he's the grime MC. Like, that's your character.
You came on the interview segment. I want to win. I want that $3,000. Like, I want to see it, man. Enigma, by the way, didn't duck out on us. He didn't Hollywood us. His phone died because his charger is plugged into. I mean, that's like, you know, live by the charger, die by the charger. You know what I mean? But like, honestly, dude, I'm rooting for you. I really hope that, again, this served as a learning experience that you then use to. Because again, I think you're a character. I think you've got the right kind of attitude. It just needs to be applied. Learn the lessons where you find it. I see big things for you, man.
Nah, 100%, man. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Now get the hell out of here. Let Crash wrap up the show.
You know how to do that yet? Or what? Man. You know how to do that yet? Or...
All right, man. I appreciate you joining us for the show, man.
Enjoy, yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Nice one, Seven.
There we go. There we go.
My boy. Thoughts and feelings of this show before we get on to talking about the next one. See, I clock. I know how this goes. I know how this runs, my boy. Thoughts and feelings of episode 4, last round of the tournament, last episode of the first round. Next episode we go into round 2. How do we feel as the beginning of something new?
I think we've arrived at a point. There's now no more excuses. It's so Dub T with Lorne with some of the worst takes ever spoken. But no, I think we have seen the rough edges of this show, right? We have seen where it can excel and where the nub of this idea really is going to take us. But we've seen some bits that everyone needs to work on. And what I've said throughout is that it will get better in every conceivable way. Now that the first round of this is done, now that the first round of edits is done, And now, most importantly, everyone's had a taste of what this tournament is really about and what everyone is expecting. Sky's the limit, and I'm excited. I really am, and it's again the new setting, the fact that they're going to have a new set of recording. There's going to be even more of certain aspects. All of the battlers, they've hopefully now got their eye in a little bit more, and a bit of a fire lit under their asses for some of the ones that didn't perform up to a level. It means that the next round's going to be super interesting. What about you?
First things first, I would like to give Gnarly a special certificate and reward of he was stood at, I can't remember what battle of this episode, but it was a quarter of a bottle of Lucozade and one full glass of coffee. And I had
was
to
the first battle, yeah,
to him and be like, yo, tired were you, kid? Like, do you know what I mean? But nah, man, yeah, like you said, you've said it, and I've said it throughout the whole thing. There's no more excuses now. I tried to be nice. This episode we got a bit of a mean crash, which I feel like it was a bit more deserved. But yeah, the training wheels are off now, lads. We've all had to kick about on a new AstroTurf. I want to see some serious competition. It's 3K on the line. We all ain't got Gnarly's job as well, Bev. Do you know what I mean? So like, I want to see someone win that because they deserved it, not because everyone else was shit, if that makes sense. I don't want like a clean sweep. I want to fight. I want to see bitchiness. I want to see Jimbob Gnarly fuck kick Nelly. Do you know what I'm saying? Fuck this guy. The interviews, I want them to be a bit more, I don't know how my man got here. Do you know what I mean? Make it competitive. It's a sports at the end of the day, lads. I've always considered battle rap a sport, but yeah, man, make it fun, make it competitive, give us news stories. Don't just come up on these 1 minute rounds giving us stuff that's already happened in battle rap. Give us new avenues to venture, man. But yeah, man, I'm happy about round one. There was going to be some shit shows. There were some good battles.
I do want to throw it to the comments just quickly, because while we are going to wrap up in a second, but question like, what do you guys think of this first round then? What do you think of this first run of the show and the battles in it? And I think, again, it might have been you that said it. Well, like, it's a bit odd where they've kind of wrapped up this on a bit of, it was a rough show. Like, I think just generally speaking, the battlers struggled a little bit in ways that you might think, well, move that there, maybe put that there. But maybe there's something to be said about just saying, look, these are guys that know they need to improve. So we're going to put them together and go, right, this is the deep end, lads. Sink or swim from here. You'll get one pass, in your words, a yellow card. You cannot afford to do this again, because another loss, you're out of the tournament. There's no coming back from 2 losses. So pull your fucking socks up, lads. You know what I mean?
Enigma and Crow, I want to say, I see you in the comments. I said I want to see Jimbob Gnarly say, fuck you.
You have to give it to Enigma. He has had to sat through an hour of people going after his vape pen. He was perched over his phone waiting, like, Crash is going to say something in a second.
Yeah,
right, that's it.
You know, it's when you're talking to him, I'm just laughing. I can't. I have to sideline, and I'm like, oh, God.
And who could blame him? It's fine.
But yeah, man,
it's no problem.
next week is exciting for us, bro. Got a new setting, like you said. Everyone's comfortable. My camera's doing what Briggsy's camera started doing and auto-focusing. It's fine. It's the end of the episode. I tell you what I didn't plan for, the sign out. Do you want to sign us out, my boy?
Well, as we're signing out, we should probably preface that next week's episode is going to feature Pedro versus Bert, which is that's one I didn't have on my bingo sheet, but sure. Dub T versus Gnarly. That's probably why Dub T's so fired up in the comments, because he knows next week it's on, and then we wrap up that episode with Hulk, fresh off of a close but very well earned 2-1 victory over Kingsley Thunder versus one Bison Briggs, who is, you know, he's got a mountain to climb to get out of
Red Dead
being,
Redemption. Ginger choked his last battle. Red Dead Redemption. Bars. I should have been in this tournament. I should have been in this fucking tournament.
But just throw that in there, bars, right at the end.
Bars.
James says the production and format has been so good. From a battle standard, it's been a mix, and you can tell that experience counted in the first round of battles. I'd agree with that, with the exception of I think everyone, to a degree, had to get a handle on the format. There's only been 2 battles so far where I would say both competitors were in it from the jump, and that's only because I think they just went for it. The one that stands up to me is Hamill versus B Ramble. I thought they both didn't have that sort of acclimatization period when they went for it, and the other one was Hulk and Kingsley Thunder. I thought both of them from the jump were just, oh, this is them. Whereas everyone else, I mean, even someone as experienced as Gas Buff, I think he maybe was like, oh, 60 seconds. That's a bit sharp. You know, everyone's had that rep now. So I agree, James. The production is good. The battles maybe have been a little bit, but everyone's had that experience now. No more excuses. No more. No.
Jojo's a dickhead, by the way. He's tagged me in something in Twitter. I don't know what it is. But it says, hey, yo. And I saw my handle, which is I'm a crash out, by the way. I'm a crash out. Follow it. Let's see what Dojo's saying.
That's it.
I'm not tech. I push back. But yeah, man.
I love it. It's
yeah,
good.
man. Let's go, man. Another week in the books.
Yeah, so we'll be back next week, same time, 9 o'clock, Monday. The next episode 5 of Premier Battles Where Winning Matters, will air at 8 o'clock on Sunday as normal. Pedro versus DeBurk, Dub T versus Gnarly, Hulk versus Bison Briggs. Oh, God, that's them really telling me I need to pack it in now. Yeah, man, that was fun. How do you feel do you feel like you've earned the have you defeated me for title of host of this episode, or do you think there's still contention?
Bro, no. Oh no, I'm the host of this episode.
Oh,
yeah,
excellent.
This was like, you know, when like, okay, teachers teaching, you man ain't listening, we're gonna get the head teacher in now. Like, I just like to chill in the background and have my say, but I felt like I had to come talk to the rappers today, do better. It's where winning matters. And I saw bare losers yesterday, bruv, and I weren't happy. So, let's go, boys.
I'm not going to
Don't
lie.
make me have to take charge of the show again.
I liked this. This was good. I think you might stay host. Will he? Won't he? I guess you'll have to wait until next week. But this is your job. You've got to sign us out.
Okay, right, that's it. There's the comments. Dojo, Dubs, Enigma, thank you for coming on. Seven, thank you for coming on. The show, motherfuckers have gotten so paranoid about everything I say now. We got Dojos. Shout out was it James Britton? It's in the comments. Big up the comments. Thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe on the way out if you haven't. You know what I'm saying? Take your shoes with you. Don't smoke on my driveway. We'll be back next week, 9 o'clock, Monday, Sunday. You know the time. Prem Battles. We'll see you there. Lorne.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being my co-host today. It feels like taking you to work and then letting him sit in the big digger. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I will be supporting from the sidelines again next week, but it has been fun.
It's been fun.
No, it's been good, man. It's been good.
Being
in this show and being back in my like YouTube, getting my little YouTube tism out, like, it's been fun. But man,
it's good. It is good. And also thanks to Enigma Da Prophet and his vape pen for joining us, and of course 7Wave. We appreciate you both chiming in. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to Enigma Da Prophet's new YouTube channel for his vape pen. It's going to be massive. It has to be. His vape pen was simply enormous, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. So yeah, that was fun. We're gonna have to come back next week and do this again.
We're rooting for Enigma's vape pen to get to the final.
Hey, listen, it's the only logical choice. If you vote for anyone else, it's a wasted vote.
I want to see the vape pen in the picture.
1000%. But there we go. I suppose there's only one. Oh, you don't know my wrap-up line, do you? I feel like I'm gonna have to feed it to you now. You gotta.
Pause. Sorry, they're on to me in the bro. I said, like, bro, he's tagged me on Twitter. I don't know what he said, bro. Like, it's done, bro. It's done, bro. Gangsta wear.
But before you watch the next episode, tune into Twitter to whatever the hell's going to go on there between Dojo and Crash. Take very good care of yourselves, and we will see you on next week's episode of the Halcyon Show.
Goodbye.